sense in this trade for ultra production. Welcome to a Gaming fam. Hey there, y'all. Welcome back to Gaming fam. Today we're gonna do Ultimate Verse of Halo the Mastery Collection. Ultimate Verse of the Walkthrough 5. The full out, and we're going to do some info about it. And yeah, this is the part of the thing where we learned that it is more edible in it, but yeah. But the only thing is, I was thinking more of a talk, but I was saying this is the best in an act. So what we're going to do is motivate this one on this start today. So yeah, it is more limited to part of it. So I was like thinking this all. Let's get to the side point and then check out and search it up on a recreation tag. So I can swear I can dope. I feel it through my mind. If I feel, if I know, I feel it through my scene. If I will, if I know, it's still walking in this. I'm just not a boy. I'm a hater. I'm a lover, and something that don't, something that don't, and they don't. I feel it. It's like whatever the song is, it's more regulated to this part, but man, I heard this song before back in 2017, but yo, it's very legitimate to this part. And yeah, I like to say to all, thank you for the support of the channel, of the YouTubing, but I appreciate the logics. But let me tell you about motivational speech. The only thing is, responsibility and hard work, disciplines is the key to success. Okay, now we're on to the uprising. Part of the flames of the campaign. We're going to try taking down all the covenants and all the brutes and all these grunts for all of the grunts. Tartarus had a lot to take on the chain talks, so we're just going to do everything we could to motivate it to it. But yeah, this thing is what it is called. It's more like a limit text to it. So yeah, it's more than to law and more to refer to it, but I was thinking more of a limit tends to add law to it. I just say that it is war radical. So like to locate another event inside it, it's very good. But okay, this is a part that says, oh, so that's how it is. Okay, so each of it is more limited by that part. So like we always see it in intermittence, but this is how it is. But the only logics are we only have the laws of it, but we see these limbs. So yeah, like I was thinking before, like what it is to be called by it, but yeah, I was like thinking, well, I would do it, but I'm just not gonna lie. But the only part of the recreations is like you have to gem this stuff out and then motivate. And then that's some consideration comes out because the only logications is consideration. And you know, we see this part of it. So we're going to tackle this down and I tackle fewer. So I tackled it earlier, but okay. But the only items we do is to just okay, here we go. Okay, let's just take this out and take that. Yeah, check it out. Now there's another way to sell. So we're here to bash this out. So we're just taking out these screws on the star. So wow, okay, this is crazier. Okay, so we just need to cover Rogers of it. So yeah. Okay, now let's take another peek on the other side of the shore. Alright. Okay, this is another place that we can head out to. Alright, I would just say it is more out, so yeah, very logical. So this is going to be the ultimate parts where we can get sailing this. Wow. Okay, this is another radical to this part. So I'm gonna really do is hesitate this kind of thing. So what we're gonna do is take down these enemies after this. So once we're done, we're going to like complete this out. So yeah. So once this is finished, we're going to be doing this out again. So yeah, alright, here we go. This is another route. So we're going to take this to the shot. Alright, okay, we have all these bars of the needle weaponers. Okay. What we're gonna do is take it as it out of this close. Okay, here we go. Alright, bingo. Now we need to do is take another roll of a pinch. Alright. This is going to be another hesitation on this part right here. So this part is more actually good and then more incredible. So yeah. Alright, so we're here in the middle of the time of this attacker. So we're going to just take 300 events out here. So yeah, let's attack these down. So let's just put it to the rotations here. Okay. We're here to tackle this part on the rock roll course. So yeah, okay. So we have these type of things out to this board. So yeah, alright. So we have these scores out here. Okay, so these students are like very down. So we have the limitations out here. So yeah, these limitations can go down the ground. So alright, so it's very different. See, so okay, we're gonna avoid a blood spill. Alright, so this is gonna be good. Okay. Checkpoint is done. Now let's go to the next part where it's more hesitantly good. Okay, so we're here in another hour of it. So yeah, we have at least few of these recreation vids, so we need to be more sure for it. Okay, alright, let's get shot. Bullseye. Oh, almost got stained out of that's right with the plasma shooting. Alright, this part. Okay. Another part. Okay, let's take another shot. Alright, we're just taking this on the lawn, so yeah. Alright, this is kind of like legitimate to this thing, but I know it's very accurately good, but whoa, there, got this shot. Attack on our recreation. Okay, let's try taking out this Spartan freak. That's Spartans. That's because they're alien threats. One of the Covenant couriers. Okay, we attack another state of that. Okay, yeah, just crap. Oh, this is going down. Alright, let's try doing this. I prefer using a shield attack. No, this is so smart. It fell down to the ground. Okay, we're going to just do another one again. So we're gonna try doing this one by one and straight by straight. Okay, we're gonna just send up this more on, and then basically like we're gonna probably do this thing out. It's like very academically good lead balls, but. And then basically like what is very academically proud, but I'm just gonna just motivate this once again. But oh gosh, this is getting worse. Okay, I just need to take at least 2 shots of this. Fell down again. Alright, let's try this once for all. Okay, just we need to change these weapons in. So let's just take this a shot of this. I just need to do this for oftenly. Alright, this will be worse as well. No, let's keep doing this part. Let's just continue it. Alright. Okay. This is going up the alley of it. Could really get this off the hook, but yeah. Alright, so this is going up the recreation part, so yeah. Okay, we're just taking at least shots of each of these enemies, so we're just getting into a starter round, so yeah. Just need to take at least a few shots of it, so we need to wait until it comes back. Alright. I think my thinking is very crooked on the top there. No. I really think it's gonna. Oh my goodness, we're gonna get to this office. Alright, well, okay. Let's try to talk to these. Wow, I did another strat, so these brutes mean whoa, nothing. All the grunt nuts. Alright, keep talking to these things. Alright. Let's just kick all these shots up. Okay. The only thing is we have consideration of this. Let's just take it out on a that's more legitimate to this part. So yeah, and it's more limited that but we're just limited into this part, and yeah. We're just locating to this logic to this work, but yeah. Alright, so we're here in the middle of time, so it's gonna be another rapid shots again, but it's different than this part. Oh, where we at? Oh, come on. Show yourself. Same place again, huh? Okay, let's start at least this part out. Least of all, these characters. We just need to at least take it out. Whoa. Another instance of the year. So it's really scrabble, but yeah, very worse than I thought it would be. But that's the other thing it would be called, and then it's very accurately academical, and its part is very crazy. I just see, but really just wow. Okay, just shot down plasma grenades. Oh, man, another one. Oh no! Oh god! Oh goodness! All right, let's continue. Okay, we continue this. Okay, we're gonna continue this. Now, here we are. And take the energy source and tackle all these enemies. Let's take this. Alright, okay. Wow. Let's just continue another attack. We just need to at least feel this thing out at the work. Alright. Let's continue this part. And now round. Yo, okay, we're gonna be setting another one on this recreation. Okay, let's just see if there's another information's on this part though. Okay, so let me just get this on settled. Let's set this straight. So, yo, this is gonna be another real attack. Okay, we're gonna take this out. Now, let's just see what's coming up next. Oh, okay, we're gonna be heading out all there, and we're gonna try taking down each shot, enemy shots of this world. Okay, it's very crazy. Okay, let's just push out so far. Okay, I was gonna say this, like, the crazy world we live in is cool. So yeah, this is full. Okay, let's just take another aim to this part, yeah. Okay, so great. Wow. God, I literally lost on this thing. Okay, we're gonna start doing this again. Okay. Let's just do this. Alright. Let's just push it out forward. Let's just push it into this. Okay. Oh, there, we got rid of these covenant suckers. Alright. Let's just take this out of here. Okay. We're just gonna get this and settle. Alright. Oh, this is good. Crazy. Oh, so this is very actually creatable, but this is yeah, I would veil off all of the death. Okay. Just see as we can tackle these out. Okay, let's just go to this one. Oh my goodness, this is so full. Okay, we're going to just take this out. This is very crazy. This is very remembered. So let's just keep moving out of this thing. Oh, wow. Another needle spray. Kill it spray. Whoa. This is very trash. Well, this, wow. Explosion, not one. Okay, now let's take another release. Okay. Whoa, there we go. Now what we're going to do is take this off the hook. This is very academical and very crazy. Okay, this is very academical cooler, but I would just say this, but this is very academically cooler, really, but I would just say this, we can really accurate this part. So yeah, I have the limitations on these things, and very accurate. I can really see this out in this. So basically, like, we have all this all of it. So basically, like, we only have these awkward efficiency. Okay, we're going to take another attack of this, but yeah, this is very crazy. But yeah, this is very limitable to this part. But yeah, this is really accurate. This is very academical for us. But then we're going to do is take this out. We're going to do is awkward all this type of thing. So yeah, we're going to do is really so yeah, it's very cool because it's really awkward. So yeah, we're recommendable to this part. So yeah, we're going to do is attack this part. So yeah, this is very cool. So yeah, we're really actually to this one thing. So what we're gonna do is this attack on it. So it's like really actively real cool. Yeah, very actively well. Very cooler to it. So it's like very so yeah, very rude because it's like you have more of it. Yeah. Oh, it'll fail down again. Oh. It keeps happening again and again and again. It's so annoying. We need to find a way to fight for rights. Okay, we need to just take at least we need to just take at least 4 of it. So okay, I need to check in for a while. Okay, this is very great. Whoa, I just need to take this off. Okay, there, we gotta take this out. The brutes are so annoying. I just need to use like grenades on this for. These
our chance.
Go back and get some stand up for myself. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's continue next. There. Let's try this. Tackle this one way or another. Okay, I throw a plasma grenade. Okay, well, there, we took everything out. Let's see what's gonna happen next after this. Oh, another key to weakness. Oh no. Need to take this out. Alright. Let's see, switching these out. There. Let's take at least attack more enemy. It's very reactable, but yeah. I could really just stitch this out, but yeah. This is gonna go crazier, but yeah. Let's just see how many percentage it is. But yeah. It's very, very, very low, but yeah. Very, 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 very crazy. Okay, so we're gonna just at least take these enemy off the hook. Well, it's gonna be another rev. Oh, we're still gonna do that. Yeah. Let's just see how long they wasted. Okay, let's just do this. Let's do this. Wow. Let's see attack layout. Alright. See if it's all gone. Okay, down ready. There. Let's go in there and see how it is. Let's clear this enemy out. With the perimeter. I'm at the perimeter, sorry. Right. Step aside, let the men go through. Wow.
Are you blind?
There you go. Let's just see how it goes out in next round.
Keep up the pressure!
Wow, we'll go crazy. Let's switch to another weapon. Now, this will be cool to take. Alright. Till then, we'll see what goes on through the balls. So we're going to be doing this part instead of this part. So I see this is going to be the best part that I made. So okay, we're going to be doing is attack these things out on these enemy resources of these covenant attackers. So we're going to be playing these off the hook by reverting these territories. So like here we are in the middle of the game round. So we're going to try to attack 300 out of there. So this is the part we can use is attack 300 enemies out of the hook. So we have these things coming down the rail. So yeah, it's really academical good, but then we have these off the coming there. But yeah, this is very, very good look, but we just have to shot down all the sniper rifle. Oh, wow, the brutes. Oh, okay, let's just continue this one. Step aside. Let's just, the man go through. All right, let's just see and try this again. Okay, let's just keep these bloody bastards off the hook. So let's just see how many percentage we have on these brokers. So now we're gonna do is attack 300 enemies off the hook. But then this is what with them. But this really like we have this thing going on, and then we have to just put it off the hook. But then we just have to do is just taking like all the hands. But because that is the thing between more facts and all that thing. What we just have to do is do that shit and then motivate and then do that thing. And then mostly we have to do is consider it off the hook. So this is how it should be done. So yeah, I would just say this for a fact. It's very cool because this is like the outstanding part that we have to use. But then this is what I would say. But there's one thing I can get off my head is to just put in my butt and then just motivate myself. Yeah, and this would be good. But then basically, like I would just say it's more accurately drawn because it's like really different between the recreation. So like wow, now we just checked out 300 intense enemies. So we just have to do is covenant out hooks. But oh well, let's just see how many percentage of the covenant theory of Carmen's we're gonna see. These comrades have no entirety of this, so okay, we take attack on it. Pow, pow. Okay, these shot down by sniper. Okay, let's just check the almost hearts out there. Okay, let's continue this. Alright, let's just do this one again. So okay. Let's just try tackling a few of this part, and then these enemies. Okay, this is gonna be the worst part. I would say it would be more whirly. I would just not lie, but it's just really crappier as I thought it would be. Okay, let's just take one attack there. We just have another score. With that, let's just take at least on with the energy sword. Alright, let's just throw this plasma grenade in. Yeah. Let's just make sure we just attack this option. So yeah, these suckers have to go in. I didn't know that go off. Okay, we just have to really take it off this hook. This son of this filthy boots. Would have used another grenade. Would have been better. No, it's like we're better to just take these down, but yeah. Yeah, I would have used this shield to just get away from these enemies, but yeah. It's like going to get different, but that is all the one I would talk about, but this is crazy we see in here. Like this is like one thing I don't really get. It's more the accurately different between it because I just find it more interesting in it. Okay, let's keep walls around this and see checking it out. Alright, so we just have to just put it out there here, but yeah, this is considered academical in this part, but yeah, and then yeah, well, I could just push it into my wells, but yeah, okay, this is going to be more different than I saw it be. Okay, this is what the word I would call it. It's really academically cooler, but you get a lot of loads on this thing. So what we're gonna just do is take it down and then tear it off the hook, and then just see how it depends on the cook. But yeah, this is why it was called to limit this thing. So yeah, what we're gonna just do is tackle a few of these enemies off, then we're going to like fix it out on this decoration. So what we're gonna do is take at least a few of it off. So yeah. Let's just let's see how many percentage of these enemies would be taken on the rock. So yeah, what we're just going to do is achieve it on this thing. So yeah, this is like the only thing that we have on this operation because it's like the only parts that we have isn't considered to this. So yeah, we just have at least the parts where we don't ever have limitations on there, and it is really like the only things I have on this part, so it's like very limited to this thing, but yeah, and it's very accurately well because it's like very resist to this stuff. Oh gosh, this is crazy. We need to change it down here. We need to change positions. Knockdown. Oh, this is insane. Why you get knocked out? Take this, take this. Yeah, tackle out. Just move the forward and tackle this. Darn! Why? Just shot off. This is going to be the insanity I have to fix up into. Whereas the worst part that I see in it, but yeah, it's even crazier. Yeah. Yeah. I see it in my own eyes. This is what the worst part that you have to do is attack these enemies and now attack these suckers, yeah. And then really accurate this part. But then also people are really into this part. And it's like really, yeah. Yeah, tall. And it's like, I can people out because it's very attention to this part. Yeah, another wow, yeah, so yeah. Yeah. I could just, wow, tackle it out too. But I could at least do it all. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, let's check this out. Yeah, damn. Much. Oh, we're just consider to have compatibilities on this thing. And yeah, I could definitely attack these off the hook. So fam, we're gonna be participating in these stars. So y'all, we're gonna attack the. Okay, we're just really staying off the shore. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. No, just tackle it out. But then it's more evacuated, so yeah. Oh no. Why? Let's continue this. Let's see how much percentage we have on this thing. Yeah. I just need to at least find another way of the solution. Just tackle down these enemies and these suckers. Okay. We're going to do everything we could to make it happen. And to make it happen, we're going to do is participate in this and to write down all this. So yeah. I'm going to just tell you this more academically. Oh yeah, we'll do. Well, this is going to be the worst part I can really make. This is going to be the best thing that I will do. Oh, okay. What we're going to continue to do is attack these all the enemies. All these suckers will be whacking down the roundhouse. Okay. Oh, we're going to do check it. Ah! Shot right in the heart. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, this is going to get even worse, even uglier, but man, I'm going to just FTT, just take this out on the roll. But man, I have to really check this out, what is to be going on now. Okay, so I'm going to really see what would be the best model in this. So yeah, I'm going to like put it up to this bar for y'all. it's going to be going all crazy, man. I was just seeing this after this rock road, but okay, this is going to get even crazier. But yeah, this is going to be the worst part. You have to do is tackle these. Okay, we have this land. Oh yeah, whoa. All the brutes shining down on me.
Okay, this is going to be the one thing I have to do is take this out, but then also put it into this way. Okay, take that out. Yeah, take that. Well, now what we're going to do is at least take this thing out. So okay, we're going to take this elevation out there. Oh, there we go. Okay, first we're going to just do is take at least few of these enemies out. So these suckers can go run down the drain. So yeah, we're going to like at least throw this up. The hook properly. This would go down the drain. This would go right to this way. So this is how it redone. So yeah, let's push this right in the barrels. Okay, the rocks going down the ground. Alright, so this was right and this so we just need to at least take at least these enemies, these suckers out. Okay, we just have at least the boots to take. Okay, there. Well, it's got a pinpoint of 10.5 or 100. So these are the ones that you tricks to just attack with. Okay, so we're gonna get this all set up to this correlation. So I'm gonna like at least put it into my regulation. So this is gonna be the one thing that we do is for the plasma grenade on the enemies. So let's see if he targets it. So it mixes out the miss out there. There could be another miss. Those areas can be targeted out there, but okay, we're gonna be at least taking this far more shortly. Okay, this is so amazing. Amazing God. Okay, let's just take this out. But you know, man, I just wanna at least put this on the elevation. So yeah, like let's just limit this on the steering though. Yeah, so let's just put it to the adjustment. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing is putting these equations off there. Okay, this is getting like crazy. Oh, cool. I would have dodged myself in there, man. This is like the worst part I made. Those decisions I ever caused. There, I shot down at least all the enemies, but this is going to be the one part I thought. But this is how it only takes out the limitations. But then, yeah, it is very magical. But then, more of it is more actually part of it, and then those starts continually go on and on. But then, yeah, it's like. The only thing is, I only just take this off though, but I just don't get it off the palette. So these are the tips that we created because it's like very much of a live, but I only take it off the Usman. So this is the only thing I have at least in these limitation types. So yeah, like I only have these all composites off it. So gosh, it's coming after me. I have to just take this target out the hand. There, they were going their legs. Okay. That's why I don't like this idea. It's a risk for me. That's going to get even resentment to that part. So I at least take at least few mistakes. So what I'm gonna do is use these plasma shotters and the legends. Just at least take this out now. So we're gonna just at least start with these. Yeah. Alright, yeah. We're gonna just put it up to the wrist collection. So wow. Okay, we check out these the enemy shutdowns. Okay, so these are the parts that we have so the prediction tunnels. Okay, so we at least pull this out, so I at least cut these off the hooks. But okay, this is going to be the worst part, so we're gonna at least the same thing. Okay, this is the one that we at least tack onto, but that's what we see. It's getting even worse. So okay, let's just start achieving it. But then now I was just going to like lower down at least the edge of it. But oh, I just really want to say it really much more academical because at least we have at least put in this thing. But that's not what I would put into this part. But yeah, like I would just at least put this on the enemies up to this. But this is how limited it would be. But it's only these things go down because it's like we have these limited curtains. But then yeah, I really at least attack these enemy suckers because I thought little bars up there. But yeah, we at least figure this out. But yeah, it's gonna be like the one part where okay. Alright. Missed it. I tried using an attack or not, but I decided to use an energy sword. That's not really cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's very much alive, but this part. I think the business part is to the wall for that because it's like really good down. Yeah. The thing is like very addictive because yeah. Kind of find it a little long because we just really feel it out. Yeah. But that's the part, bro. That's what I see because it's part of the parts. Add this up because it's like very zen. But I could really at least put myself up because like whatever is off to it. And I know for a fact it's very much concerned to this. It's very much common because it's very going off for up. And then you know something? Really my thought because this cool rocket really going down. Yeah. At least see it. That's what it's called. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very much different for you there. But I only see it more affordably, but yeah. Well, these are the competence of it, but I could really talk these out. This is a thing. Whoa. And the only thing is, you have the wall inside it. The only thing is, we only take these attackers on out. Okay, you're very good. Adult! But this one, because we're limited. So, these things we have to do this shit is by using all the bolts. By using these laser sharks to leverage all these plasma lasers and the enemy this is really cool parts, but yeah, it's like one of the reasons I like this part because you can do is shoot at each of this enemy and you don't have to go on and have to be targeted, but these effing brutes have no place to hide because I'm like, what? This is the reason why it's the best vehicle because each vehicle you take, yeah, this is how insane and disgusting you can get because you have these illuminary this resolution provocations. Oh great, oh my goodness, like I wanna just at least take this out the edge, okay? I just don't like going near it because I'm like, it is a crazy enemy, crazy enemy of Brutus. This crazy enemy of Brutus because it's like you have these other attackers, but then this is the one thing you see in these limitation parts, which is very quick.
Alright, so this is the part we're going to be taking out this. So this is kind of like the one thing I would say. It's very, very much different when I see these teeth attack four of it. But yeah, this is the one thing I see in my luck. Attack and review. This is the one thing I would see tackling 300 percentage of opponents. But yeah, it's kind of like really challenging. But yeah, I was like really much talking out to this. But oh god, oh well, yeah. Look at this. It's just tackling 300 enemies. Oh god. Look how it is. You can use to attack this thing, huh? But that's what it is called. And this is how. Oh no. Oh, it's not a staying in this not job, man. This is like the only thing we get in this world. Oh my goodness. This is like the worst part. You see it. It's like really recorded, but yeah, I was like taking this off the hook, but you know, I was like thinking, what do we do is you can get this thing off the hands, but man, I was like knowing that what is it? Oh gosh. This is like the worst thing I ever seen in my life, Oh gosh, we have to just take this off our hands, but yeah. But this is one thing I would know. But this is something I would never at least do it. But yeah, so basically like, the only thing is we are at least check this out, but look, I already check these things in like shopping now, but yeah, this is gonna be worse, but yeah. But mostly like I was like thinking right before, like this is like the part where you have to at least attack all these enemies, but then this is like the only recreation is on that one. It's like really arrow, but yeah. It's a Hazel Bob version where it's like where you have this thing and then basically like you have all these one of the acorns, but but yeah, it's kind of like really cool because it's like you have all these attack elements, but yeah. Oh god. And this is kind of insane. When you have to at least attack furious, it's going to get even uglier. But now it's like really attackable, but then it's like mostly they get the spot. But this is like very much academical between this because we have at least attack for it. But yeah, I just like take this off the hook. But morally, I was like thinking very straightly. I was like thinking, what does it mean taking off these attack covenants? What are these covenantarities? The ghost roots and all these coordinates. Oh yeah, this is like the one thing you see as I only take this off, but it's like way much worse than I thought it would be. But man, I was like thinking about before, but like anybody who's got this on percentage out there, swear yeah, it's pretty much more limited to this point. But yeah, it's like really much related to this thing. But yeah, fam, like I was really thinking more before, but you can at least avoid these things all the time, but it is like very the worst one, man. I was like thinking before, but this is like the one thing in all this lifetime that you get at least all the enemies and you attack all this thing out. But man, I was like the one thing that you learned that this thing is an enemy attackers, but this is one of the parts you have to just take out all of these ghosts down. Yeah, but you have to take at least few of this thing. But yeah, it's like very much all the different routes, but yeah, you have to at least take a few of this going out. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep pausing it, but I'm gonna just see what happens. But okay, now let's keep going on this thing. Alright, so like I know for a matter of fact this is only good cursor, but yeah, it's only the one thing I see that this thing is getting off the wow, good. Okay. Okay, this man is really attacking all these limited attacks. Okay, there. We have all these now. Now what we're going to do is take at least one of these radiation off. Oh, this is going to be the worst part, but yeah. Oh, your plasma valve. This one thing is very much rapery, but I have to just take it out. Wow. Another bed down. Oh yeah. It's going down around land. Cooler. This is going very bulky. Yeah. Totally coffee. But I see it. But I can only say this once it could get even worse. So well, I was picking out this one bird, but yeah, we are gonna get help on this thing. But yeah, it's gonna get even into this part, but yeah, we're gonna at least attack this side, but you see this one thing there. Yeah, we are at least attacking it. Where? We shot it down now. Now, let's get to the other level. Oh god! Got right on that ghost. Bro. Heavy metal. There you go. Boom. Wow. There's another. God. This is all things there. We don't need to eat this thing. You're gonna get very worse, but then I could saw all of it off the hook. But yeah. This is going up the recreation, but yeah. I see it because it's like very room for one, because yeah. This is the part we can get attacked, but yeah. No, this part is very slow. It's just slower than we already be. Yeah, but this is gonna get off that and stuff fam. But I'm gonna just say this slow. Just don't go down the ground fam, but we're gonna get this settled. But now, we're gonna do as we attack this thing. So we're here in the middle of the limitations out here. Oh yeah, we get killed down. Oh shit, yeah. Bingo. Whoa. Wow, about to hit a spot. Oh yeah, the enemies gotta catch us. This is gonna be really crazier. This is all get worse and worse. We have to really find a location which is safe in the spot. Oh well, this whole thing is gonna go down the boat. That's like going down the road. Okay, this is gonna get even instead so yeah. Still doing all the several times, but this is only even reverse. But yeah, but this whole thing is gonna go down the ground because it's like very much into this thing. But yeah, I was just kind of to this part, but then this is the thing. We are the attack. But yeah, it's more like we have at least these achievements in this recreation. But yeah. Anyways, this is seriously going crazy down the ground when I fell down to deathly.
is going to be the worst thing I can say. This alternate version is your alternate version stuff. This is just shivers out here under this. This is going to be the one thing. Oh, and this is the one star you have to do. It's top of this enemy circles on the wall. So what we need to do is move by this thing. What we need to do is center this out. Man, this is going to be the one thing we do. Let's take it on this screen. If we want to do one thing, we just do is start it out. It's going to be the worst thing we do is from this thing. Okay, what we're going to do is push this out. Oh, and let's put this right down here. Okay, it's got to know this means now. Let's just see what we have to put into. Okay, let's just see how many percent we have. And so, let's make sure we have two times. And the most what we can just do is we have to do it. And the most to do is push up for a limitation. Okay, let's do this again. This is part of a few enemies. Alright, this is going to be the worst one. Man, this needs to be another chapter on the stem, so I have to just take 4 of these ends out. Even worse than I thought it would be, but man, this crap, so this is going to go right down your heads out here. But then this is going to be 4 and 12, we have to just do. It's more to beat this thing right down. Okay, let's take a shot. Let's watch out for that. Okay, let's take another input. This is going to get even worse. And more actually cool to just do this thing. This is the one thing is just attack of fear for real. This is a sign of that, at least more than him. But then this is not going to be me on the out to stop. This is going to really attack for the whole field as well. I think this is really the one thing we need to do here is to take a place to try to postpone. Well, we all fall out. This is a new time. Oh yeah, and let's just make sure that you put it down the track. So then we just see this right down the road. So, y'all, let's say, let's just push a few of the enemies out with this, so, we just have to push this thing down the road, right? Okay, we're going to just mitigate all the losses. And yeah, let's just do something before, like, limit the whole shot, and after the whole thing, solve the whole shot. Oh, let's just get this thing out of the way. It seems like it's going to happen. Okay, let's keep attacking these things out. Okay, let's keep it taking another shot, another area. Okay, let's walk to this side. Alright, by using Zion on the base and see what it is doing. So, this is going to be the one thing we see in this wall. No, it's even worse than the guy do. This is the thing we call it. You just need to at least take it out to this part and then put it into this thing. And then you have to do the center start here. We have to go and pass it down here. So this is kind of like this that we try to do. But this is the thing is looked out. So yeah, this is the thing we have to do is limit this back. So it's kind of like this because it was, yeah, mostly that stuff, right? It will actually come out. So let's see what we're at. This is going to be the last of this word, but we need to just take it in. And this is the thing, man. We're just going to put more fire out and then put the rest of this thing. Okay, we're going to do this power to do that. Oh, man. We're just kind of like to do it. So, yeah, this is going to be a little different. But this is going to be using to check this out. So, yeah, we're just going to be pushing out this. Okay, I'm getting curiosity, wait and check in. Okay, good. Let's keep going. Let's just do this through now. We're going to do this once for all and then cash this thing out. So, this is going to be the one we do. It's time to use it. So, we're just taking a shot out. So, yeah, we're just smearing this out. Well, big time. Now, let's just take a loose, do this through well. It's even a real thing. I can just say, man, let's keep getting into this thing. So we just see ourselves pulling it out. Because I'm like, we need to limit this thing. Oh, we're just slowing out. Okay, we just need to do that. Oh. So, let's just do this. Okay, 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 let Wow, checkpoint is done. Huh? We made it to this. Alright, let's keep holding those. Let's continue doing this. What to act? Let's try this. Wow. Out of animals. Let's do rocking. We're jumping out this thing. Yeah. And these are the best. Let's keep tackling off that. This is going to be longer walk too, is that we're going to see what comes up next. That's how it was set out for. But we just need to be sure what would be the next recreation island. Man, this is even worse than I thought it would be. But we just need to pick a name of it. Yeah. We just have to go into this inability to go spot and put it to and then tackle these things out and then push it in against it. Yeah, that's okay. We just need to switch it weapon. We just need to always tackle a few enemies back. We just have to be sure to see who to press in. But yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a really laser trap. Well, let's try to see where the options go. See the end of this. Bingo. See what is the shadows. Bingo. Yeah. So sit out. It's out. Whoa, run. Now let's see. See that. Really working on that, dude. Okay, let's keep motivating ourselves, huh? Let's just push it into this thing. This is all this stuff. So we can go into it and then view how many percentages of this could evacuate out. So let's just push ourselves in and put an increase. Happens. Okay. Now it's just try taking a new view. Walking around. New way. Yeah. This is cool. Push it into this thing.
going to be the ultimate one tax. I want a row of this version, but this is something we can jump up into and get into this Jeep. Okay, we're gonna probably run down this motor and then try to tackle this out. So yeah, I'm gonna think of this for sure, right? It's gonna be the most special thing we're gonna do. Okay, we're going to speed over this ghost and then maybe put this up in a record. So yeah, I was just thinking before that it would be more better than this. So I was just testing it out for a record. But this is going to be more different because I was thinking I was just putting up to a point that it would work hard, and yeah, and it was more relevant in this thing. So yeah, I see it because it's very much different. But yeah, I was like getting into this room, so we just need to go up and twist it around. Okay, and let's just feel this around. Okay, we just have to see how we get better in this thing. Alright, so we're just pulling it in, we're just flushing it down. Oh, we're down, cool. Oh, we're gonna just take a blister on this now. Okay, running out of ammos. We're just fine switching it back to and putting it back in it. Yeah, very much more different than I thought it would be. Yeah, yeah, I could just say. That I could say for sure. I don't really care. But it's going to be more than I thought it would be type around here. But yo, I don't really have enough FT, but yo, this is going to really be crazy. Yeah, seeing the ghost doing all that. It was cool. Yeah, and more interesting. But yeah, I have it underneath this control bar. Yeah. I just wanted to say it was very much real life, so yeah, I just like to eliminate yourself by knowing this thing is very much standard. But yeah, I was thinking more than that I thought it'd be. But yeah, this is the one I was talking about, where it gets very accurate, so you just need to slide it up for a while. Just go in separate ways. Yeah, just sliding down. Getting into this thing. Oh, sick. Let's shove this out. Go down this thing. But yeah. Bingo. Wow. Where's I? Oh. Let's just see this thing. Whoa. Bam. There. Now we have another shot. Okay. Let's take another look around here, shall we? Let's keep watching this thing. Alright. Bingo. Wow, that's cool. Let's try seeing this. Alright, that's about this thing out. Okay. Let's just check this thing off the hook of the course. Alright. Well, that's kind of different than I thought it'd be. But yeah. But I could just tell you that it's really, really cool output. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh goodness, this is kind of crazy. But man, starting point, man. Again, this is so unpredictable, man. Yeah. Safe shots are. Oh, God. This is worse than I thought it would be. Let's try this. Let's continue attacking this thing and shooting at each enemy of it. Oh, the plasma grenade I had. Like these boots. Oh yeah. This is getting very crazy. Holy this is crazier than I thought it would be. Man. That's something we don't even talk about. Yeah, nothing else. Well, as you see, there's nothing that we talk about, but yeah, it's falling. Nothing else. No. This is something we don't even think. Let's do these mother after stuff and start off with another advance. So yeah, let's just tackle this start off real quick. And start falling out. Okay, keep shooting at these enemies. Something is coming up. Raise the boot and man, this is something raw for y'all. It's all these shit go down, but this is kind of like the worst part we have here. So this is something I have heard before, but yeah, I just see how many percentages like this here. But yeah, that's very much crazier than I thought it would be. But I can really tell you, this is something we don't get this thing guaranteed on that one. But that's the thing, we only have this. So, but I see, but the only thing is, we don't even get stand with this shot. Alright, let's just get these thing off this catty ass mouth. Alright, this is going down the road to this thing. Okay, let's take at least few of these tap on us. Alright, let's just... Oh my goodness. Busted in there. Blast. This is crazy about you. I'm going to really see these things laid down on the floor like a limb, and this is going to be even crazier than I thought it would be. Because you know something else? I always think it would be more tenable, but I just say just because people in the world don't even know how crazy it would sound out. All this sniper and all these winds. Man, I just see these going off the hacks, bro. I fall down again. Damn.
But I just noticed that. I'll do it and get that claw out of the hook. Oh, dang it! This is kind of crazy, y'all. But I could see it's coming up the hook down to the underpants. But wow, I didn't ramp the boots. Oh gosh, this wasn't the name. Oh. Ah, lost it. And this is gone. Totally. Wow. Oh, another loss. Oh. Okay, this. Next. Okay. We'll start slicing this out. Oh! Oh, crazy work. Yeah, I did a lot of bumps up there. But we have a lot of things on the hooks, but then we just have to get this thing off the limit. Yeah. But we have at least a lot of it. But then we didn't tack it up. Well, that's nice. Now we have of these larger kings out there. Now we are here to do this. That's how tough it is to take out these vests. Yo, gosh. Ah. Yeah. Close. Ah. This is crazy. It's crazy. Oh, another worse part. This is getting really out of hand. It's getting tiring all the time. Yeah. On shot. Made it. Come on. No. This is getting worse. This is why. Crazy, yeah. This is not the thing we talk about. As I see this going out the hook. And how creepy it is. You see all this coming up. But this is not what we talk about. Going crazy as I thought it was. But now I just noticed something else that went down full. This thing is at least a attackable one, but I really have to at least tackle a few of the enemies, but yeah, they have no idea where it's going. I keep attacking it, but it doesn't work in harder, but man, I just sadly achieved as well, but then it was really much more academically worse than I thought it would be. But man, I just really achieved the these thing off the hook. But yeah, it was more than I thought it was going to come up with standard. But yeah, but I could see the whole standard of this thing. We just have to attack 3 of these enemies, but these prominent bow can go right down the blow. But this is what it's called when someone doesn't get this thing straight out. But I could see it further out. I really attack it off the hook. So I can really attack with this thing. So, man, do you ever really heard this part? It's more academical, but you can at least attack a few of this enemy by using and shooting down all of the enemies. But man, you can at least see this thing coming up. So yeah, oh, this is the worst part you can get. So each enemy attacks a few of this, but it's like you have to at least be stronger with a few of this workout of it. But then this is something you can only do on the wary. But this is the part you have to do well with. You have to at least take and watch all these dodgeable elements. But this is something you don't have to worry about. But that's what I could say. It's very much worse than I thought it would be. So, Rado, this is the worst part I see. You can at least get off of it, but man, it's even worse than I thought it would be. I can guarantee this because it's never going to be the same. But man, I really just have no reparation of it. So what would be? I will need to see it because it's very much really harsh. But yeah, but you can only really count on it because it's very much stronger. But then this is the thing you have to do, like take down the enemy, take down all of it. But the checkpoint's done, but then at least tackling a few of it was like the worst. But alright. Rally takes 1 of it out, 2 of it out, and 3 and 4. And I was going to dodge all. Oh my gosh. He's not left. This is going crazy. Where? Bang on! Fire! I did it, man. Man, this is something we can get off the hook for. I can only take this off because it's like very corral. There, another checkpoint. There, done it. Whoa. Final blow. This is getting crazy. We need to attack this enemy. Then we can do all this we can to achieve this part. This is only the part we have to do is attack it. But this is the part we only see to attack few of this. But man, I can kill off. Well, it's okay. We just have a checkpoint saved. We see all these recent parts of it.
No, it's somewhere else. No! This is worse than I thought it would be. We need to keep thinking this. Ah. This is worse than it would be. Alright. Let's attack all of this. This one. Thought it had enough men. This is going to be the one thing I won't get away from. And these enemies as well. Bingo! Wow! Took it down, yay! A checkpoint! Well, for now, I would say we'll actually happen. I heard this whole thing in a garage is more like attacking this stuff. Man, I have been attacking these stuff all the time, but man, I would never fail. I would probably never fail. This is so crazy. But I attack all enemy. But I just wanna at least achieve it. Ah, bro. Bingo! Ah! It ran down me. Oh, can we listen to this part? As I to this. Wow. My god, I listen to this thing all the time. So let's shut up and listen to these things.
I'm starting to fear that you're not very smart.
Mind your tongue, Oracle.
I mean no offense. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your species. How long have these prophets been anointing arbiters?
Since the fall of Valchavami, the first disgraced arbiter, roughly 400 years ago.
Incredible. And in all this time, it never occurred to you how convenient it was that your prophets were able to find a powerful, capable leader among your people, who happened to suddenly commit a terrible blasphemy every time the power structure of your covenants was threatened.
I do not understand.
You do little to dissuade my fears.
Then teach me.
Looking back at the record of the arbiters you discussed, was it not surprising to anyone that those chosen to become arbiter were more than simple warriors?
How so?
Each of them had significant political influence among your people. In some cases, that influence was already being used to question the decisions of your hierarchs. In fact, that very questioning often gave rise to the charges of heresy that so neatly removed the challenger from the hierarch's concern.
And once they were branded arbiter,
They promptly and quite cheerfully ran to meet their deaths.
all path, put our feet where the prophets tell us. Our lives spent convincing ourselves of the truth of our covenant. All of it truly has been wasted.
Let's hope not all of it, for we have a great deal of work to do. The flood is still out there, so I require a cooperative reclaimer to enact proper containment procedures. But your covenant keep trying to kill all the reclaimers I can find. All this bickering is quite a deadly waste of time. Right now, the most important question we could ask is this. Who could break this hold the prophets have over you?
This is going to be the one thing worse to be. On this part, I would say defeating all of it and get to Tartarus ASAP before it gets very stinkier. Man. All this arbiter is just really shouting off the hook. Notice for now it's like very much crazier. But you'll see all of it, but I don't know why, but it is one heck of a battle round. What's that? Yeah, I don't know why, but holy crap. It's like, man, I wouldn't really grab this thing up, but I don't know why, but this whole thing is very much really stingy, but it takes a while to run forward. We need to at least tackle a few of these villainizing, these filth, and go right down the ball. But, fam, this is very cringy. I would say cringy because it's like very stingy. Yeah. Well, I know that's for sure. Because it's like the crazy part of it. I just noticed for sure. It doesn't really make a harsh lot of sense, but I would say for a fact that this is not what I would call it for it. But let me tell you something. I would just say for a while, but yeah, it is very much different than I could be saying this, but you get a lot of it done, but once you do it, then you don't have to worry about all of this thing. But yeah, it's only like a matter how tough it would be. But then you have to at least achieve a lot of it first, because it's like, you have to at least finish up a few of these values. But I don't really say this, but yeah,
You only have to defeat all the enemies, but then you have to just take them out. But the only thing I could do is just speed it up to let it work. But what it is only be taken off the land. But yeah, it's how it is. But when you make it, it's like you have to go into the way off of it. Yeah, but then it's like you have to at least erase off the look of the flood of all the winners of the covenant. But I know this for sure. But it's why I like revaluing to this thing. But we can only use this as limitation. Yeah. This is how it is. But I could really at least put it up the headings. But that's another way to flush this out. Okay, we're gonna just see in the gun game. We're gonna try defeating it. But knowing what we can do next by taking all these enemies down, we need to at least figure out a way to take down these things. We need to at least few factors of the artillery. Whoa. I would have done all of this if I had to. Well, we need to at least tackle this. Wow. It affected us. But it's getting worse. Man. Does this growl go down? Wow, use all these weapons so I kill off these balls. Man, it's crazy. Running off. Wow, another bozo. This is going to be another strong moment to attack this thing on the enemy. We just need to be very careful. Okay, take this aim. Oh. Fall through. My goodness. Oh, this is worse than it would be. Just have to just attack it. Don't
don't know what to do. But yeah, we just have to handle this out. But this is the one thing I would say. If we don't handle it, then we're going to be doomed. We're just gonna take a few weapons, and another one we can only take off that. Well, basically, like, I don't really want to say this, but we're just only attacking this off. But when you do it, you have to always take it off. But man, I will just tell you this. We are tough. We always get this thing out. I fell down on the ground again. We just have to at least know what we're doing, but then we have to at least take at least a few regulation off the hook, but then we have to at least put it off that limit. Okay, we have the rocket launcher, but now we just need to at least take this out. Yeah, I was thinking about it before because it's like very much resilient to this thing. Man, I just really have enough instance in this thing. This is even worse than I thought it would be. Bingo. Took down those ones. Oh, I just need to find another way to go into it. But we don't take a few enemies out, we have to just take all of it out. Dang, that's even worse than I thought it would be. Taking out these few of these vehicles will be tough. All the enemies will be on it, but it'll take out at least a few to remove it. So we just need to take at least the enemy out. Bingo. Just have to use a plasma grenade. Plasma grenade is the optional way. But then that's not gonna work, but we need to use rocket launcher. God! This is what happens to me with all the traps. Dang it. Well, I'll just stay. You just have to always take off of it. So. Let's continue. Let's see. Let's need to at least take a few of these weapons. Yeah, this is how it is. Doesn't even count. We'll just have to at least refresh this thing out. But yeah, it's gonna be worse than I thought it would be. We just need to at least throw this out, achieve this out, remove it out, and then maybe at least go into it. But this is what we call it, but then we need to at least push it out of it. This position is getting even worse. If we don't do it, then we're done. Oh, we did. It fell down. Yeah, but we need to continue doing it. We need to continue tackling it. But it's like the one thing we do, we can't even fill it. We have to like achieve this thing out, but we don't. Then we have throw it out. This thing. But I get even worse when it comes to talking differently. Not how the same thing I talk. So I'm making full precision here. I heard stories about this, but man, this doesn't really make the characters more good. But well, I don't really go off the hands out there. But man, I just really much regret this thing. But well, I just really I like to take this off. But I was just really getting this thing. But then also then it's like very much good. But yeah, but then basically like I have this thing off. But then like I really just achieved this with this thing off. But man, this is really much worse. But yeah, I didn't really get this on, but man, we just need to at least achieve this thing out there. But we're gonna just do is motivate ourselves. But then we have to take this off the hook. But we have to just this out. But then we all have the limitations to this thing. All we have to do is push this up. We have to just pull it up the hacks, but then we just have to at least put into this. Really is no need to have walls. But this is how it is. And then we just have to always push it up. Well, that's what I'm mentioning is. We have to like at least well, yeah, this is how much. This is how many percentage of it we can push it. And that's what I will say. This is the one we can at least try out by ruling this out. On the rock one. Well, this is how it's done. Well, we can just go on, fix things out, and then do it again, because it's like part of the job. We just have to clean the thing out of the hooks and then do this type of thing. We just have to clean out our butts and yeah, I don't really care. Like, what do we do? We just have to at least cheat this thing out. We just have to like pull a few of this chunk out. But all I just wanted to do is just clean it in and do all this thing. Yeah, I just like to cheat this thing a little. But like let's just motivate ourselves and just see how strong we can get in ourselves. But yeah, like we just have to like push it in. But yeah, I could really fix it out. But that's what it means. We don't do it well, but we do it. But this is how push your hair. And it fell down the ground. That's how it goes. But man, I only get this thing settled, but man, this F, but totally F. But we just here to at least fill this off. But man, you don't need to see it, but very much it really benefits to this thing. But you can at least take this off for decoration. But I don't really get all into it. But I just really clean off this hook, take everything out, poke all this thing out, remove it, achieve it, and then they also get rid of all this type of stuff by tackling a few of these things. But yeah. Doesn't work. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. This is going to get even worse again. As I can tell you, this is never going to be easier, but this is what I would say. We just need to keep pushing harder and see how it'll go. But yeah, well, this one would be at least the different parts of this place. But this is how it will be done. Doesn't work out, then we need to continue again. But this is what we need to be told before. But we don't continue this, but it's not gonna work. But this is how it be done. But that doesn't work out, then we need to at least attack through this enemy. Man. Bingo. Defeat all these maniacs. But what you just did, we need to at least continue. But we need to continue doing it until we get all the rest of it. But man, you go. There. But it didn't work. Failed. Let's try this again. This is where we gaming.This. And we're going to see this thing out and make it happen. We're going to tackle this over. Look at these grenades. Boom. These is going down the train. Now let's just check this thing out. Let's see how they go. Whoa. Oh, it goes down the air. Bingo. Finally, take it down. Let's see how it gets worse and worse. And we can just tackle these things out. I would just have to use this to purpose of the hook. But then what we're going to do is actually a better correlation by
tackling these enemies out, achieving this enemy out, and then we're going to do is really this out. Wow, man, I was just thinking about that. Well, we're gonna kick some books and steal everything, right? Smash it out. Wow, another target missed down. Wow, the plasma grenade smashing on me. Oh, this is worse than I thought it would be. Let's just check this thing out. Let's just put it in. Let's just drag it in. Let's just kick these out. Let's just tackle these. Oh, these grown-ups now, along with my accessories. Alright, let's just get this right. Alright, let's take this out. So, okay. Let's see how many percentage we're going to shotguns. Oh yeah, we got we just need to at least tackle a few of this sources, but this is how much percentage we can get out because it's like the most components to this thing. But then I just noticed for sure they have all these limitants, all this. But yeah, but it's very academic because I'm like motivating this thing very well. It's very academical, but I just noticed before. But this is very much more crazy. But man, I am really much lucky to see all this thing happening. But man, this whole action in it, it's much crazier than I thought it'd be. But wow, I can see all of this, but then these limitators are really much crazy. But you can at least attack a few of this, but I could really see how much it will attack for too. But this is not something I would see for a while. But I could really say this is not really what I really shot this thing up for. But this is not the whole headings of this thing. But this was really much candidates off the hacks. But then I never thought of this before, but this is really very incredible. But man, this method is all left hook, so it's very much academical, but more actually shallow. But this is what shallow techniques are like. Man, I don't want to go a lot, but this whole thing is so cringy when you see all this thing, all these objects. Okay, another Ghost Watch Riders can run down to the world and run down to this. Okay, this is going to get even crazier, but then I just found out this whole thing is very, very... Dang it! I run down this long route. Now let's take this thing out. But then we have to just do this thing. But then really attack it for like an hour. But man, I just never saw that before. But then this is very much more crazier. But then, oh, these freaks are very crazy. Oh, this is right down my butt. Okay, this is going to go right down. Oh, on the floor. Okay, I have the rocket launcher. Let's see how cruddy and crabbier it will be. And now we just need to sneeze the thing out and then tackle it. Oh my goodness, this is gonna get really, really crazy. But then we have to at least tackle this out. All these plasma snipers. But all this, yeah, we just have to see how it's out. We just have to tackle this. Crush. Let's see how it works. Oh, it knows that, but it's very much crazy. Whoa, another axe on it by putting plasmas on these things. Man, this is kind of like a cruise boss. But man, I never see this thing. What's going crazy? Wow. Very much I did it several times. Wow, 2 times I would say. Okay, let's just see how much it would get set up. But this is kind of like the worst part I say, but yo, I would just say this is very much crazy, but I thought it would be, but this is very much crazier than I thought it would. But then, let's check this out. But, really, at least take the hook off the hook, but that's very much brilliant, but yeah. We went down the left floor. Okay, I'm back in the ground. Let's just see how long we're going to take these cray down our walk, and then move this rain and run down this whole thing, and then start this thing out. Man, this is getting very much cringier, but then we just have to always tackle this out. Man, I was pretty much committed to this thing, but I could just really tackle this out of this, but man, I just really see this thing all the time. Man, I just need to F this out and screw it up, yeah. Alright, let's just see how it's crazy, but yeah. But I just know for sure it is a loss and a lifetime we need to do by opportunizing this thing, stealing opportunities. Oh man, this is really crazy. I could really at least tangle this out, but this is like the one thing I would say. But I could really do it for sure because it's like a cringe one, but I would really do it. Because I could really achieve more better than that one, but I just really have another sense in this thing. But yeah, it is very much crazier than I thought it'd be, but I just don't really want to say it. But this is like one of the worst, but I don't talk about. But yeah, it's very much more awfully different, but it's very much more actually alike, but you just have to know what it is. But I just really want to just settle this out, but it is very much crazy. But you always take it out, but then we have to at least leave this off the hook. But then I never thought before it was more attackable. But this is how crazy it will be. Well, I wouldn't say, but it's because it's the whole thing. Because I see how tough and how rough it is between the passion, but also the whole thing would be more worse. But then I could just really take this thing out and then also pull this thing, and then morally, like, I could really convince this off the hook. But then I really see it as what a logication. But this whole thing is very still I just take the narrative. But this is a whole active thing, not gonna lie, but I would really actually go okay, because this whole thing is really but I wouldn't lie, but this is whole failure takes. But I just see this because it's very much cringe, but it doesn't have no sympathy to this thing. But man, I just don't really want to say that. Man, seriously horrible. But man, you see all this thing? It's like you have to at least attack this thing out, but that's like well worse for thing, because it's like you have at least all attack this thing, but I don't really have the problem. It's really like I just really get this thing off the hook, but then also when it's a really much academic routine that I like I just really have the most because I'm like real logic to this part. But I just don't really lie about this whole thing is like we're much more. But this is how it is because I really didn't want to do it, but yeah, because I really want to say it all because I'm like really much of it. But yeah, it's very much well good because I was like really checking this out. But yeah. But this whole thing is like very academical, very understanding because the technology is very good. But yeah, I don't really lie, but this is the whole thing. I would say we just have to we just have to sit this out, and once it's done, we just tackle it. But then this is the thing. It fell down. Okay. Let's see. Let's just try this one fall, and then boom, voyage. It's really going down. The ruins. This is the reason why I'm saying, what do we get when we get to horror? This is the one with digital works. This is all the very crazy that I thought it would be, but I would just say this, man. Why would you rather risk your life checking this out? But this is the one thing you can't get away from. A horse and a harmondary and the attack. These are the one thing I heard. You get a lot of loads out there, but this is a real fact. Well, yeah, mostly it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, at least see this coming out the hacks, bro. This is the part we all see, but it's like, but we all have to learn to know the best thing because it's like, it's kind of like accurate because it's like you have the limitation on the wrist back. And I'm gonna just tell you, these jigsaws are a lot, but this is how I attack like it by tackling this thing out. See, this is how many percentage of it we talk about, but this is how many, wow. I went down to the whole bulks of nuts. But now, we just need to take this thing off the hats. But this is the one thing we heard first. But this whole thing is all standard at this thing. But it cannot be done without that. Because I just heard this before. This is like the one thing I have learned. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna just see this thing, take this out. All these weapons. Okay, we're gonna take this out of it. But we're gonna like at least take this off the... This is going to be the one thing I would say. Yeah, catch your power. It's bad. Yeah. And it's like, what the hangs on the horse? Now, we're going to be tackling this out too. So we're going to take this thing out. Boom, boom. It's like, we're just reading this off and looking at this thing. Now, we just have to see who bangs this off this. Okay, we're going to just at least take it off this one. But this is how much percentage it would be. But this is how destructive it is. But you cannot even escape the matrix. But this is how it gets worse. But then, yeah, it's even worse. But this is how logical it is, and how worse it will become, how harsh it would be. Yeah. That's like what we have to see. But all the heads up to be okay. But I would just say we just have to at least wish and hope that things would be okay, but that's what I thought would be. But this is how the systems were run down for. But for our generation, it like Jenna takes off the hacks, but this is how it is because it's like very much well done between it because it's like very much crazier than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's like very much worse than I thought because I found out before like the people who have like limitations because it's like you have to at least tackle this out. But yeah, this is the part where people probably take the listen because these will have limitations because it's like the only thing in the world that really attack this up. It's like it's more actually the standards out there, but then this is how a lot when people have alarms because it's like very much rooted into this part, but yeah, very much crazier than that would be. But that's what I would say because it's like very much worse than I thought I would have. But yeah, this is how cringier it was, but this is how the worst part of the beat between that. It's like the whole parts is very much considered as like very much worse because it's like how the limits go up, and this is how the worst part it is between that because it's the whole thing is we're going to do is settle this out. So I'm going to just really take this out the hook, but in this other one with the we are going to do is calculate this. Oh my god, I love this. This is really worse. Well, I can just check this out for a few seconds, but okay, we're going to be checking it around. So yeah, so one time we're going to check. It's more like limited to the spark, but yeah, we're going to be motivating ourselves. It's like the worst parts, yeah. And the other thing is very much because it's like, well, because I was notified this part because it's pretty much, it's like very much because it's like very much. So yeah, it's like we're just getting off the park because it's like very much limited. So it's like very much little walls of these because yeah, basically like basically logical intents, but yeah, we just have to listen. And basically we have all limited to that part, but yeah, it's very much. But yeah, it's very much cool because it's like you have at least like we have to learn how to whether this is off the hook, but yeah, really actually our accounts because that this is how it is because we have problems. Between that we have to at least check. But yeah, very much cool because it's like very much academics in this part. But yeah, and it's like very much good because it's like we have a limitations off here, but yeah, between that limitations, it's like. And then basically the resolutions of it is very academic, so it's like cool. The one thing I really heard because it's like very much I like an art part because I just notify the whole thing. But I just learned that sometimes we have limitations in our work because we just have to learn that's all getting off the hooks because it's like we have these limitations out now because it's like the only thing now is considered yeah, basically like our limitations are effed, and like we just at least tackle these. Okay, we jack the rock much. We got the first shoot a flame level of greenness shots. We need to do is keep looking at the wall and tackle there. Oh gosh, crap! This is worse than I thought it would be. Okay, we need to at least tackle this thing out and then do this, but then we need to at least early tackle this thing out, but then there's the whole thing is gonna get worse. But then, man, I would really take this thing off the hook, but then I wouldn't never take. But man, I would just say this, but this is the only thing I worked out of is like the only thing is very well with this, or very much with this part. Basically, like man, this thing go off, boom, it went down. Yeah, it already did. Man. Well, we got this written on. Well, okay, we have to another. So like, we need to at least unknock this old boltiness out the hands. Now, let's just spin it and then smack it down. Now, 1, 2, 3. It's time to settle. It's time to get this thing. It's time to get more of it. It's very much more academical in this part because it's more academic. It's more literally because it's like it's more literally limited because it's like very much really have to learn because it's like you have all these limitations on this thing because it's like oh yeah I was like thinking well what the is that I'm like oh not really that because I'm like we're more to this part but I just know it for because it's like oh yeah you just have to these tackle this thing out but yeah the hooks are really worse because it's like oh you have at least attacking positions on that because it's like oh you have at least a few of it off the hands because it's like, oh yeah, you just have to at least. Oh man, I went down on the wall down to the ground. Oh, for whole blocks. Well, okay, let's keep to you things all. God, I messed up. Okay, well, I'll just at least take this thing out that. So, okay, we're gonna just take this thing out, this careers and all that thing. We're gonna just take this all out. Okay, we're gonna do this once again. We're gonna try like, oh yeah. Unlock these a lot. Okay, we're gonna just take this on and then run this out and then punch this out and we're gonna do all this thing. We're gonna to push this thing out. We're gonna to like at least push it out to the hangs. Okay, we're gonna be like at least taking it off the hangs and all this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna like take this out to a hook, but not gonna lie, but this whole thing is gonna get even worse. But then I would just do this shit because I'm gonna do is like tackle this out. But man, I'm just gonna do is cut this out, but it's gonna be like accurate close because it was like pretty much accurate to this thing because I was before it's like pretty much accurate because man, I was like checking out before, but this is worse than I thought it would be. This is like the worst part of it, but this is like very worse. But we just have to attack this out because it's like very much worse than it could be. But man, how many percentage we have like it? Because it's like very much a logical location. But yeah, I was like thinking like before because people have a lot of limits on this type. But yeah, it's like yeah, we just have to take this thing out there. Yeah, it's like cool. We just have to take this but that's what I thought it'd be. But I could really do this up. Because I'm like, oh yeah. We just have to at least send it off the hogs and then build this down because we have to at least motivate ourselves to have because it's like, oh yeah, we have a level 10s because we need to do instead of this off the hook. So I'm just gonna give a shot to it, but yeah, we just have to learn that for sure because it's like, oh yeah, it's like more limited to that part. But yeah, I'm just saying like most of the people in the world have low limits because it's like very much crazier. But I just know for sure because it's like, oh, this whole thing is more limited to this part, but it's like really odd to say it and all that thing. Man, I was waking before because it's like really limited to that part because it's like you can't even get off the ends because it's like it's one thing it's gonna be worse than I thought it would be before because it's like oh my goodness, oh look at how worse it gets. Oh gosh. Die already. No way, let's just do this. Bingo! Okay, we're gonna just do this whole thing, and it's boom! It's like a really all shot. Alright! Well, I really am thinking about this whole thing, and it's like, oh gosh. We're gonna be attacking this whole thing in this round, but this through it, we're gonna just tackle this thing on the sucks. Wow, like I explode the whole thing. Yeah, totally. I'm the macho man. Huh. Bingo. Bingo. Whoa. Whoa. Let's get crazier. Now I can really see how it is when you get to this part of this part. I know. I can really tell you that, but yeah. But I can really see how it get well, guys. I can really explore how I could really turn this off, but man, do you ever see the feelings of it? But I don't really get it, but man, I really running out of the house. But, okay, so really much between but it basically like I attack this thing out, but yeah, it's like pretty much between it's like very much very much continuing that part, but yeah, I really want to barely paint this up, but man, oh, they look crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to do this. Tackle these souls. Whoa, this one.
I could really tell it. Well. Wow. There you go. Wow. Did all that to prevent our chaos, man. Let's just see how it goes. It goes, it will get worse. Made it to the run.
By the rings, Arbiter. The counselors, are they murdered by the brutes? Fire, disloyal beasts. The prophets were fools to trust them.
Alright, hi Charity. That's probably that.
Your pal. Where's he going?
To finish what we started. And this time, none of you will be left behind.
That structure in the center of the city, it's a Forerunner ship. And Truth is heading straight for it. If he leads the Covenant fleet to Earth, they won't stand a chance. You have to stop him.
That brute has the Index. And Miranda and Johnson. He can activate the ring.
If he does, I'll detonate in Emberclad's reactor just like we did the Autumns. The blast will destroy this city and the ring. Not a very original plan, but we know it'll work. No, I don't want to chance a remote detonation. I need to stay here.
Alright, please give a like and comment down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, more notifications for more infos. Peace out, y'all, Gay Stream family. Yeah, Master Chief Call Squad, yeah, power quality. Until next time, you see y'all. Catch you later, pal. Peace.